Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Friday night Vobes show with me, Richard Vobes, and the lovely Emily Champion. Hey! Hello, Emily.
Hello.
Nice to have you back again on the show.
Oh, it's good fun.
It's
good
all
fun.
very
All
exciting,
fun. Yep.
very exciting. And actually, what's really exciting is, as we just started the show, we had no idea this was going to happen, but I've just seen a thing on Facebook that says visit the streamer dashboard. So I'm just going to press this button and see what happens, ladies and gentlemen, because this might be quite good for seeing all the comments. I don't know whether it does.
Oh, there we go. No, it's last. That's from Wednesday.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's no use at all.
No.
So we get rid of that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, just thought I'd try that live on the show. So Emily Champion back for a second trip on the Vobes show. Found the house all right?
Yep.
I hadn't moved.
No. Yeah, on purpose.
But you had come from a different place, because before you'd come from up north.
Up north.
Up north, south of London, in Surrey somewhere.
Yeah. Up in Surrey.
And now you've come along from the coast.
Yeah, from Seaford.
From Seaford. So tell us, what were you doing in Seaford?
Staying in my mum and dad's caravan.
Lovely.
So I arrived yesterday and I'll be there until Sunday.
Wonderful. And now Seaford, is that right down by the cliff edge?
Yeah, I'm hanging on the edge.
It's not like,
I'm literally hanging on the edge.
In what was that film, the Italian Job? It's not like teetering over the edge. Kids, stay where you are. No, you can't go out and enjoy yourself. If you do, the caravan will fall over the precipice.
Yeah, we are quite near the edge, but not literally hanging on the edge.
But there is, for those that don't know, Seaford, there's got big cliffs, isn't there? There's nice white cliffs.
Yes, and we can see that from the window.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's all very nice. Is that a permanent caravan site?
It's a static.
A static. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, let's see who's out there watching on the Facebook, and if you're watching on YouTube, of course, it's just the rerun. Apologies for that. So, Paul Couchman is there, Macintosh Pam, Laura Riddle. Hello, Laura Riddle. Not seen you before, but thank you and welcome. James DeWill, I've said Paul Couchman. Christopher Cox, not seen you for a while. Lovely to have you back. I saw the lovely Julia, of course. James, I said that. Judith Oakley, Cynthia Julian, good evening to you. Steve Blakey, many others have arrived. Ian Beddoes and Anne Osborne. Paul Rush, hello Paul, nice to see you. Neil Gardner, loads of you. Thank you so much for coming in. So, it's Friday night. Now, the last time, Emily, you came in, we had... I was slightly concerned, because at the end of the show, there was this very... well, it was like Madame Guillotine being brought out, wasn't it? It was like Robespierre.
It backfired.
It backfired. Is there any chance that might happen again?
Hopefully tonight it's not going to hit me, it's going to hit you.
So you've brought it back?
I have brought it back.
So what is it called?
Pie face.
Pie face, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what pie face is, I'm slightly nervous. There is a cloth in the studio.
Oh, you've got the cloth?
I've got the cloth this time, yeah. I might, because I have a feeling it's going to be me.
Yeah, I really hope it's going to be you, because I stank.
You stank of sour milk. Yeah.
Oh, it was disgusting.
Well, anyway, that's all to look forward to in today's show. Yeah. But the lovely Emily's come along with a load of goodies to get us going.
Yeah, we've got some goodies again. So,
should we start with a goodie?
Right, should we get the drink out?
Yeah, the drink out.
Okay.
So what? Spice up the evening. Get us sozzled.
We have got. Yes. It's called Twisted Knots American IPA.
Twisted Knots American IPA. Now, I'm imagining that is going to be hoppy, because American IPAs are quite hoppy, aren't they?
Yeah.
You're a beer drinker, aren't you?
I am. I'm not normally a, a bitter drinker. Normally lager.
Oh, lager.
They were selling this. I got this in Lidl.
Lidl.
Just a little
plug
you
can
for
have
Lidl.
A piddle in Lidl.
Yeah. Well, I didn't this time.
Take a baldy to Aldi and have a piddle in Lidl. That's the rules.
Okay.
Just so you know.
So I got this, but actually they sell this in a bottle as well. But I thought I'll get the can one because it was easier to open up.
Yeah, and once you've opened it, you can't put the stopper in.
No.
So now I should say that Emily came completely self-contained. I said, "Oh, do we need glasses? Do we need this? No, I've got it all."
Got it all.
And I thought, typical teacher, because as you know, Emily Champion is a teacher. Although, of course, you're not a teacher at the moment.
No, I'm on holiday.
You're on holiday, like the rest of us.
So the kids don't exist at the moment.
No. Well, you're in a caravan site down in I nearly said Salford then, but that's up near Manchester.
Yeah, I just nipped down the road from
Saltine.
Saltine.
Yeah. What's it like?
Seaford.
Seaford. Yes. Seaford, Saltine. They're all along
begins with an S.
Yeah,
alliteration.
That's right. They're all down that neck of the woods. Apart from the one I first said. What did I first say? The one near Manchester. Where I can't
Salford.
Yeah, Salford. Don't know why I said that. Anyway, who knows? Dean Abbott's arrived, which is good. Mark Green is also there, and James Bates, David Carey, which is marvellous. Right, so you've given us you've only given us a paltry amount.
Well, it was
too fizzy.
Yeah, it had a head on it.
Oh right,
I didn't want it to float over.
Well, you can't see this, ladies and gentlemen, but in these pink beakers is American IPA. What did you say it was called? Something
Twisted Knots.
Twisted Knots.
Don't get it twisted.
No, I'll try not to.
What's it smell like?
Oh,
it says a grapefruit aroma with notes of zesty citrus fruit.
Grapefruit.
So it's a bit.
Well, I've got that grapefruity smell. The trouble is with plastic, you do get a bit of a.
Do you know what that smells like?
I hate.
Here we go.
Here we go. Stand by.
It reminds me a bit like, you know when you go. Well, I don't know if you've ever been to a kennels or a cattery.
Oh, the cat's wee.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Hmm. Do you know what I mean?
No.
No. Hello. All right, let's try it then.
Yeah.
Let's hope it.
I think the plastic doesn't help.
Yeah, no, I'm probably not.
But
no.
Anyway, give it a slonk. A slonk. I don't know what that means. Well, actually, that's quite nice.
It tastes all right.
It tastes. It's quite. It's American Pale Ale. It's going to be quite hoppy, quite strong, quite bitter flavour.
Yeah.
What's the percentage?
5.5.
5.5. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't drink too much because I've got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's just after 8 here, but in a few hours' time, I've got to get up at 3 to take my son to Luton, which is about 2 hours or so from Worthing. He's going off to Poland for 3 days, and then he comes back on Monday, which is my birthday Monday. And Monday night he arrives at about 10:30. So about 8 o'clock Monday night, when of course I'd be out celebrating with the gang, as you do, you know, the gang. Of course, I ought to be doing a show. I should be leaving here, so there would be no show on Monday. By the way, I have to do it Tuesday. So. What was my point? Oh, the point is I can't get too sloshed because I've got to get up.
No, so just sip it. It does say American India Pale Ale.
Yeah.
On the back.
It does say that.
Yeah, American India
IPA.
Pale.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, American India Pale Ale. And the reason it was used to be strong is in the old days they would make it extra strong and extra hoppy because it would lose that strength as it took months to get from. The ports either in America or in Britain down into India where the troops or whoever would be whoever the importers were buying it. Michael Wade says the Vobes still doing his shows over 10 years. Hello, Michael Wade Moss. Yes, over 10 years. We're back with the Vobes show. Been doing the Vobes show on the Facebook and YouTube channel now for about 6 months, something like that. There was a few years gap between the podcasts, but yes, thank you for tuning in. If you've tuned in, Mark English has arrived, John Railton, Laura Riddle, who we've said, Laura Riddle has gone to Lidl, not to do a piddle, hopefully not. Dan Charles, a lot of interesting people have dropped in, which is great. Do stay with us if you can. We've got the lovely Emily Champion for one night only, ladies and gentlemen.
One night
only, folks. One night only. And
the freak show.
The show went down very well the last time you were here, and all the stuff. Now, last time I should explain, we had a bit of a lavender theme.
Yeah.
We haven't got a lavender theme. Is there anything that I should fear lavender that might come into the show?
There is something, but it'll be a bit later.
A bit later, ladies and gentlemen. Is that before the pie face?
Probably before.
Right.
Just to. Yeah.
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 Okay. Now, I mentioned my birthday, so I want to get this out of the way. And I don't mean to sound dismissive, but I don't want to forget. Now, I've been getting parcels. You may recall that the other day I was, I think it was on the Naked Englishman, my audio diary, journal, whatever it is. This has gone straight to my head, by the way.
Oh dear. It's going to be one of those nights.
Don't be on the roads at 3 a.m. in the morning, please. There may be a car swerving like that with 2 children in the back. When I say children...
Screaming for their lives.
20-somethings, yeah, screaming, going, oh my God, Dad. Yeah, so I've had a few parcels for my birthday, and because I've been ordering bits and pieces from Amazon as well, ladies and gentlemen, for this Biddenden thing and various reasons. So I didn't quite know, but a parcel arrived with this rather impressive card, which I must show you. It came today. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen.
Very jazzy.
You may recognise the people on the bus. It's a red bus with Vobes on the number plate. Look, we've got Matthew Holdsworth here. We've got, where's my finger gone? Mr. Suggett, or Snuggett as we now call him, Mr. Snuggett. The lovely Julia, of course. Oops, I've just smudged her face over. And I don't know who that ball bloke is. On the bus. And then
on the buses.
On the inside, there's the new Bald Explorer logo. And a very nice little... message, a little welcome message here that says, a birthday wish is sent your way. We hope you have a wonderful Bald Explorer day, surrounded by the Vobes you hold most dear, gathered to celebrate another year. A happy day is wished for you. We hope it lasts the whole year through. Yay. So that's very kind, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And that's from Maggie and Robbie and a woof from Dottie. So Maggie, you spoil us yet again. But not only that, ladies and gentlemen, not only did that come, but she also sent... Man-tin. For loads of screws and other pointless stuff.
Where Allen keys go to die.
Yeah, there it is. Look at that. So actually, because I've been building this live box, and more about that in another show, but yeah, all the stuff. This is really useful. It's very useful.
And dented.
And yeah, well, you've got to look like it's been around.
Well
bit,
used.
Yeah.
Should we throw it around a bit?
Yeah. So thank you so much, Maggie. I don't know if is Maggie out there. Are you watching, Maggie? Mr. Snuggett, as we now call him, has joined, which is great.
Snuggett looks a bit like he's from the Mafia on that picture. Did you see?
Let's have
he looks like a Mafia boss.
Oh yeah.
He is. Yeah, look, it's that serious, like
Snuggett the mafiosi.
Yeah, I've got a horse's head in your bed kind of look.
Yeah, don't mess with me. How do they speak? I want him dead. Yeah, anyway, lovely birthday card, says the lovely Julia. Thank you. Paul Barber has joined. Thank you, Paul, for coming along. We enjoyed our trip to Jill the Windmill. Did you see the Jill the Windmill trip?
Yeah,
Wasn't it amazing?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to go back. We're going to go back and make an even better feature of it. I saw somebody there.
Oh, my friend Maya.
Maya Alman Harwood. LOL. I got one of those for my dad. So tell me about Maya.
Maya, we used to work together. She's a teacher.
Oh, more teachers. There we are. Is it true that they're on the whiskey? Shh. Teacher's whiskey, for those uninitiated. Mark English says, I'm missing off the card. You are missing off the card.
Oh, we'll have to sneak you in round the back.
Yeah,
look, we'll stick his head on the pigeon's body.
Yeah, look, it's a funky pigeon.
There you go.
So,
stick his head on the pigeon's body.
I'll do a stick man, Mark.
There you go, look. Richard said that's my secret. So he's really in the Mafia, yeah. Oh, there we go. Well, I'm not surprised. Secret handshake.
Marvellous. Anyway, so that's really cool. Now, we're going to have a quick chat.
Yes.
Did you want to open anything else or have a quick chat about...
Now, do you know what I noticed on here? It said it's got a food pairing guide on the back of this can.
Right. Oh! Sorry about that. That went funny.
Sorry.
That's okay. A food pairing guide.
Right, it says... Sorry. American-style grilled meats.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
Oh, right.
Look, let's get the old...
So, would it be such a coincidence if we had some sort of American-styled grilled meats or even sun-cured?
Jerky.
What are you calling me?
Jerky.
Oh, charming. I've been called many things on this show, mostly by the lovely Julia, but... Jerky?
Jerky.
Oh, jerky, yes. Now, that's interesting. There it is. What does that say? Wagyu?
We don't know how to pronounce this. Is it Wagyu or Wagyu or Wagyu? Can someone or it's probably pronounced...
Maybe it's Indian. Is it Native American Indian? Bob. It's short for Bob.
Made in Yorkshire.
Yeah. If anyone can tell us how that is pronounced, that would be absolutely amazing. Cushy Phil says, I didn't get a notification that the show was starting. Oh. You ought to know by now that the show starts at 8 o'clock.
Man.
Oh, man?
What is...
What is it?
Smell that.
Oh, yeah. That's... I've had... When we went to America in 2006 and 2007, I did have some beef jerky. But it was like big, the Americans like, it was great big strings of stuff which they'd hung outside on the ranch in the sun for, I don't know, and then the buzzards that pick at it, the flies and the vultures and all that. And once they'd finished with whatever was left, was rolled up and shoved in bags.
Smoked.
Yeah. So
try it. I've just had a bit.
Okay.
It's got a lot of flavour.
Does it say on there what? Oh, it's using 100% Wagyu beef. Made in Yorkshire. That sort of kills it a bit, doesn't it? I thought it was an American... The world's most marbled beef. Does that mean it's full of fat? Marbled beef?
Probably. They're probably just trying to do that so that no one complains.
So
it's a bit slippery, isn't it?
I was going to say, it's like very sweaty.
A sweaty bit of meat.
Now, I don't know whether that's just because it's warm at the moment, although we have had rain. When I opened the door to Emily when she arrived, she was wearing a sou'wester. She had this great big yellow, like she'd come off the light boats in Cornwall. Mark Selwood would have been impressed. So this is... have you tried your bit? What do you think?
It's very meaty.
Are you a meaty person?
Not really.
I don't like my meat raw. I can't eat it raw. Makes me throw up.
Maya, it is moist.
It is moist.
Because she hates that word moist.
Moist?
Yeah.
What's wrong with moist?
I don't know. I love that word moist.
Moist.
Well, it describes it. It's definitely moist.
It's horrible. I mean, it's okay.
It's not what I was expecting. I didn't expect it to be wet and moist.
No.
You're still chewing that.
I'm trying to swallow it.
Maybe I better get me old...
Could I have a bit more of that pairing?
That down.
Yeah.
Don't go throwing your cup around
now. No.
You'll ruin your equipment.
Yes, we don't want that. Not when it's wet and moist and ruining my equipment.
No.
Thank you very much. There we go.
That's a bit beefy, isn't it?
John Berger says Wagyu or whatever.
John Berger?
Yeah, John Berger.
We won't eat him.
Don't eat John Berger. He's John Berger. He's a very long-term and respected viewer.
John. So sorry, John.
I've got over the Berger name many years ago. He says it's actually from Japan.
Oh, well, okay. They're Japanese.
This is a Japanese Yorkshireman. Yeah, you're Japanese Yorkshire. You're Japanese, settled in Yorkshire. Ah, lad.
They eat their grass with chopsticks,
we do all that, lad. I can't do a cross. Say it as Maya say it. Maya say.
What? Say it. Maya say it. Say. Oh, what? Moist.
No. Here. Say. It may say.
Way.
The lovely Julie's trying to help us out, but we're not.
We're just looking competent, don't we? We look like fools.
Incompetent. Hey ho.
There we go.
Anyway,
John's married. It's steady on.
He's married.
I wasn't coming on to him. I was just saying,
He's married to his wife, I think.
It's probably the best person to be married to.
Yes, me too, says TLC. I love that word. Please say it again.
Oh, moist.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we love it.
Moist.
Love it.
Anyway,
moist.
So now we were going to have a discussion point because we just before the show started, we sat down and had a bit of a a sort of chit chat thing, and we were talking about kids. And you were telling, because I asked you what you watched on YouTube, and you told me you watched this woman who was a bit of an old hag. You said she was like very old, or
no. She was quite a young woman. I'd say in her 30s. You mean the one that was all made up?
Yeah, that went to the.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, I won't say her name because I don't want to get any death threats or anything.
No, quite.
No. Yeah, she was all made up, and her idea of a day out with the kids was to take them shopping to a shopping centre, which I just thought was absolutely ridiculous.
A shopping centre, but not just any old, not like a little shopping centre. This is Bluewater in, is it Essex? Bluewater? Kent?
Yes.
No, yeah,
yes,
Essex.
Yeah.
Essex. It's just over the M25, isn't it? It's I remember them building it. It seemed to take them forever.
Yeah. But
quite big. So yeah, it's a day out, and she thought that's a really good idea.
Yeah, she did. She got her kids in the car, said, come on, let's go. Went off to the shopping centre. She said there was plenty for them to do. Well, maybe there was. I don't know.
What would you do at a shopping centre?
I don't know. I just find it quite stressful, to be honest.
Being nagged by your kids going,
I
want one of them. Can I go have some of it? Mum.
Well, she did say there was a good toy shop, and I thought, well, good luck with that one.
Yeah, because all you're going to do is end up spending money. Mum, I want that one, Mum.
Yeah, exactly.
If anybody suddenly just turned round to their computer thinking, my children are calling me.
It's not.
Because that's how it is. Mum! Please! Oh, please! Be a best friend. I've got a best friend, thank you. I'll be your other best friend. I don't need any more friends, thank you. One friend taxing me is enough.
Yes.
That's very good stuff.
I know, it's actually, I need to burp.
You can burp on...
Oh, wait!
You can burp to your heart's content on this show. It's gone.
Slippery
right,
fish.
so we've tried the Wagyu.
I think I might give that rest to my dad.
Oh, on the just to finish that discussion, because you were saying there's plenty of other places. Where would you take your kids to go?
Well, do you know what? You don't have to go anywhere that costs a lot of money.
Sorry, we're just seeing
just
the replay.
reenact.
We get the replay about 30 seconds later on the screen in front of us, unless I switch it off. Hello to Dave Shute, by the way, who's just joined us. Nice to see you. Some people are having problems finding the show tonight. I don't know why that is. Why was
it the weather?
It may be the weather.
Is it the rain?
It's whether it's on or not. It is...
There you go.
I tried subtly to dispel...
It's made me sweat.
Expel...
I'm sweating.
Expel the... whatever
it's
it
like
is.
a growl.
Yes, it doesn't cost a lot of money to take your kids out, does it?
It doesn't.
Where
it's just, okay, right. If you know the summer holidays coming, you need to be prepared for this.
Right.
Okay, because you've got them until they're 18. Fair enough, by the time they're teenagers, they're probably going to be doing their own thing. But if they're younger than that, you need to be prepared. You need to make sure you've got stuff that you can use to go out with, as in suitable shoes.
So hang on a minute. Let's get the top 10
Top
things.
10, yeah. Let's think
according
of 10 things.
to Emily Champion, of things to be prepared and places to go. Hang on.
We got some music.
Yeah, hang on. We got some music for this. The top 10 of Emily Champion's amusing the kids over the summer holidays.
Here we go. In at number 10.
Hang on. In at
number 10, we've got suitable footwear. Okay, if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about here. Kids moan that their feet hurt, or they're rubbing, or they're too hot, they're too cold. Suitable footwear for where you are walking, i.e. wellies, walking boots. Walking boots you can get from like Sports Direct. They cost like £8 for kids, so they're not expensive. Sandals if you're on the beach, sandals that don't wash away, and I mean, like Velcro sandals, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Velcro sandals.
Yeah, not silly flip-flops, okay? Because I'm sorry, I see people, flip-flops are great, but if you're walking long distances with a pair of flip-flops, they rub kids' feet. Okay, so that's number 10.
That's number 10. In at number 9,
suitable clothing.
Right.
Like a raincoat.
Yeah, especially in the last few days.
Especially like today, you need a raincoat.
So you had your sou'wester, which you didn't bring.
Yeah.
Have you got yourself?
Yeah. I'll put that on in a sec.
She's going to put that on. That's marvellous.
So that's number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah. Raincoat.
Jumpers. So in at number 8?
Okay, number 8. A packed lunch.
A packed lunch, yes.
Because if you go somewhere, things cost a lot of money. And you don't want to be spending out a lot of money. Okay, you might want to buy an ice cream or something, but...
I'm just going to shunt your microphone more here.
It's going all over the place.
No.
But if you take your packed lunch, and then you've got bits for them to pick on throughout the day, and a drink, then they can't complain. They can't complain, because they're fed and they're watered.
Well, they can complain, but they shouldn't.
They shouldn't,
no.
Because if they've got everything that they want to eat,
yes,
then, it's there.
So, it's number 7 now.
Right, okay, number 7. Right. get yourself things like National Trust cards or English Heritage, like prepaid or direct debit places that you can visit.
That's a good
especially
idea.
if it's somewhere local and you can visit again and again.
Now, tell me, on the places like the National Trust, I mean, a lot of these are like, old country houses and things like that. Excuse me. So some kids, though, will be going, oh, Mum, don't want to go to a boring old country house. I want to sit here and play my tab.
Well, okay, the tablet stays at home. The tablet shouldn't be coming out with you. The tablet is for a treat, okay, not for the day.
You've been told.
You've been told, okay? It's not good for their speech development.
Is that
I feel
right?
like I'm telling people off now. No, it's not good for their speech development. It's not good for their social skills. So tablets, okay, I'm not saying don't use them, because I do use them, but you need to use them
less and less.
Less and less, yeah.
Restricted use.
Restricted
Is that a good term?
use, yes. Restricted use, yeah. So, okay, there we go. So yes, if you go to a place that has a country house, most National Trust places now have things like den building, gardens, den building.
Oh, den build.
Yeah.
Oh, for kids to build their own dens and stuff. Oh, do they?
Or playgrounds. They also have outdoor playgrounds now as well, a lot of them. So, there's no reason why you can't find something to do at a National Trust
And some
place.
of them allow you to dress up, don't they, with costumes?
Yes.
Because kids love dressing up.
Definitely. One of my favourite places, which is an English heritage place, is Eltham Palace, and they have some great dressing up clothes, and you dress up as if you're going to a dinner party, and the kids love it. There's some really good things to do there.
We've got some people agreeing. Use suitable clothing for the environment. Environmental protection, says Andrea. She also says, pack lunch. No need to buy a full meal. No. Bring plenty of drink.
Yes, definitely. Especially in this weather.
Because that's how you can spend so much money just on food and drink, which is so unnecessary, isn't it?
And if you're doing that every day for 6 weeks, you're going to be, unless you're rich, which most people won't be with kids, you're just not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
in at number 6.
Okay, so if you go out to places, or you can do this yourself, have a map of the place that you're going to, or a map of the local area, and actually teach your children how to map read. I've shown my children how to use a compass and a 6-figure grid reference.
Sorry, I thought you were going to say 6-figure sum.
Yeah.
Some spending money for your kids. So if you want to buy yourself a helicopter or a Porsche or anything like that.
You could do whatever you like.
Whatever you like.
Just help yourself. Just help yourself.
So a map. I think that's a brilliant idea because... and the thing about not using a tablet or phones and things is you've got real objects.
Yes.
And the compass is great fun because you can orientate yourself and watch the needle go in real life. Can't you? Why are you laughing?
Because I don't know if he's saying that to me.
What?
FFS.
FFS. What does that mean? Because
I'm off on one.
Oh, really?
Because I'm getting serious.
We couldn't find... so people... I noticed that people are finding difficulty getting onto the show, and I do apologise for that. Obviously, it's got nothing to do with us.
Okay, maybe it's not.
So that's it. Tats, a very good idea. I don't think you mean tats. I think you mean that's a very good idea.
Yes, yeah.
But tats, if you've got some tats, go and take the kids to a tattoo salon, of course. That's great. Have love and hate plastered all over their face.
Yeah.
I hate my mum.
Spider web on the neck.
Yeah. She wouldn't let me have my... I killed my mum because she took my tablet away. But I think that's great. I think the map thing is brilliant because also kids, if they do use maps and they use them on their phones, which is the first place you use a map, you are the centre of the map when you use it on your phone. But when you have a map printed,
a physical map,
you're not the centre.
No.
The map is the world, and you've got to work out where am I on this map, and then you get the world in your area in perspective. And you go, we've got to go down that road, and that. Whereas when it's like on a sat nav, you only see the immediate place in front of you, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's a different. It's getting a different.
It's a good skill to have because if you're as an adult, your sat nav doesn't work and you're left with a map and you don't know where you're going.
Yes.
You need to know this.
Yes. It's a very useful skill.
So get a map, and then your children can actually learn how to use it, and they can take ownership of the day and say, right, especially like if you get in a National Trust place, you get a small map and it's got pictures on it, which is good, and you can say, right, what do you want to go to first? they can then direct you, and then they are much more interested in your outing.
So there we go. Get a map. What about at number 4, 5,
Where
4?
we got to?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Say 4. Say 4. It reduces the amount that you've got to think about.
Okay. Say to your children that you're going on an adventure. Okay, even if it's just to your local park. Say, kind of build it up the day before. Right, tomorrow we are going on an adventure. You may want to say where it is. You may want to keep it a secret. It's always worked with my children, and we've got in the car and I give them things to look out for. Sometimes we take, like those little guides that you can get, things to see on a seashore, or trees to spot, or I don't know, different leaves, you can go and find them. And we take those things out and we go and look for them. It doesn't necessarily take up a whole day. But it's
breaks up the day.
Breaks up the day. It gets you out.
Even if you're only out for a couple of hours, by the time you've got them in the car or you've walked and then you've done that thing and you come back, that's half a day gone.
Yeah, definitely.
Any more? 3?
Other bits of equipment that are good are things like binoculars, looking out for wildlife, that kind of thing. Just stuff like that. Maybe take a pad, notepad, pen. Get them to write stuff down.
There is I know that Julia, the lovely Julia, met up with a friend and they did this sort of. I think you were looking for geocaches, weren't you, Julia? In Stenning, you downloaded this map, and then you went off looking for these things that were like a little treasure hunt thing. But they do them for all sorts of towns and villages and that sort of stuff. So. What you're saying is that there's no need to go and spend bucks in the zoos and the thing. They're more like for special treats. You can have those,
and you can still have those. You just
space them out.
You space them out. You're not having them every day.
No.
You build it up. So the money that you're saving, you could do a whole week's worth of not spending anything or hardly anything, and then that money saved up, you can have a special treat.
Maya says, have we tried, we were just saying geocaching and rock hunting.
Yeah.
There is this new thing with
and
pebbles,
I'm on one.
isn't
There's
it?
a Surrey rock group that I'm on.
Where they paint
and you paint them and then you hide it. And I found
one. How do you give clues? Do you give
clues?
clues?
You don't. You just come across them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and you take a picture of it and then you post it on the rock hunting group.
Oh, okay.
And I found one right next to Bishopstone Station in Seaford. There was one and it said, "Turn me over." And there was like a little nice little message like "I love you" or something.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice.
Oh, well, there we are, I see. So there's lots of things. So you don't need to spend lots of money. I think that it's curious because you do hear people going, "Oh, I've got the kids, I don't know what to do." And they panic, don't they? And they just don't know what to do.
I think, I guess I find it a bit easier because I'm doing this all year round. I'm constantly having to think of, things to do with children. So I'm kind of on that wavelength. But I can understand if you're not really kind of geared up to it, it can be quite daunting. But it doesn't need to be. You should be enjoying it, enjoying your time with your children, and not getting into a panic about it. And actually set time throughout the day and make the children aware of what you're doing and when you're doing it. So, okay, after breakfast, we're going to get ready. We're going to go out. When we come back in the afternoon, you can watch TV for a little bit. But then after that, we might do something else. We might go out on our bikes. If the children know what's going on, they don't tend to play you up.
Right. Once
the key
you've got
thing.
that routine, I suppose.
Yeah, you get a routine. You make sure the children know what's going on, and and get them to also decide. It doesn't. It's not rocket science.
It must be hard though for some parents who are also trying to fit in other things, whether it's fitting in for work or fitting in
working, that's difficult.
other things that they've got to do. And even if they are at home, and they've still got other like housework and stuff.
We'll get the children involved. Say, right, chores after breakfast, and we're going to do that. Once everyone's helped, we can go out.
What do you do if you've got? Because we were discussing this. If you've only got one child against, I had 3.
Yeah.
You've got 2.
Yeah.
And I know Julia's got one. And I think one child is harder work because he hasn't got siblings to play with.
Definitely. I mean, if you have a network of friends, you could offer to look after someone else's child for a day, in return, and then swap it, and then you get a day off, and then your child gets to play with somebody else, and actually that might work out quite well for some people. It's just being creative. Really.
Yes, I mean, not everybody is good with certain ages of kids, because at certain ages kids can be more pestering. And need more attention, and other ages, you're trying not to let them go and do too many adventurous things because they want to disappear, and they go, no, I need
trying to rein them back in.
So,
you have to kind of take it as you get it. There's tons of things out there on the internet that you can look up. There's books. You can give me a message.
So Andrew Graham says you could bring them over to Worcester with the Giraffe Trail spread over 6 miles with plenty of activities and children, and it's free of course. Thanks, Graham. That sounds like a great idea. Maggie Walters says, when my children were young, I used to look forward to the holidays. We always did lots and made a holiday scrapbook, which is a great idea, good. Which they took to school to show their teacher.
Yes, and actually that, you should still be doing some kind of learning. I know I'm a teacher. They should be doing some kind of learning. It doesn't have to be sitting down doing, written work or anything like that. There's always something they can be learning, whether it's a new skill, a practical skill, being outside. There's tons of stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the biggest challenge is getting the mindset from the parents, because we've been led to think that it's always somebody else that does those. The schools look after them, and the schools educate them, and then they come home and then they just want to be kids, and then they got, when they get older, they've got so much homework that they've got to do, and people say, "Oh, let the kids be kids," but so the parents seem to be more. They seem to be less involved with their children and thinking of these things.
Yes, they are.
And that's where it becomes.
I think that's where it becomes difficult, because
they're not used to coming up with the ideas.
And obviously, if you think about it, a child who's at school has a structure throughout the day. They know when break time is. They know when lunchtime is. They know when each lesson comes, and it's broken up throughout the day. All of a sudden, they're now confronted with a often routineless day,
which is a bit like
kids
weekends.
Find very difficult. They do find it difficult. I mean, as a teacher, I find it difficult because I've been at school since I was 4. I'm used to that routine. I know when I need a break. So you do get used to it. And if you can kind of replicate that at home, and I'm not saying you have to be strict and, regimented, but if there's a kind of a little break, there's something coming up, children do appreciate it, and they appreciate the boundaries then that you've given them, and they're less likely to play you up.
So there we are. You heard it first from Emily Champion, who is a teacher, experienced with children. Rent a kid, LOL, says Andrea, which is quite fun.
I'll bring them my way.
What about an A to Z challenge?
Yeah, Maya's been doing that. She's been doing an A to Z challenge. So she thinks of an activity for every letter of the alphabet.
Steve Pilfold says, I made a list with my wife for our holidays and trying to make a video of the list for the group of Sussex stuff for do.
Yeah.
So
get them involved.
Absolutely. So that's all good. Maggie Walters says, one of my lads' favourite things to do was to look for wild animal poop.
Nice.
We still had and still have a book to identify it. Now, there's a book that should be on my shelf. Glenn Johnson says teachers are always teachers, just like coppers.
Well, there you go.
So, but it's the mindset, though, isn't it? Because if you're just sort of thinking about organising children, then I think it's all good advice. You may not want to take everything that somebody else says.
Just pick and choose what works for you.
But I think one of the things that I just thought about when you were talking about that, it's like at a weekend. You sort of everybody relaxes, don't they? And the summer holidays tend to be like a very long extended weekend.
It just runs into one day into
just another day and another day. Oh, you're going to go back to school soon, and then before you know it, it's
make it count.
Make it count. I think it's time to have another bit of nosh. To be honest with you, you've got lots of interesting things to try here.
Should we get the old
Crispies?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So tell us the story behind these.
Right. in Lidl again.
In Lidl.
And I saw these Chippy's Chip Shop Curry.
Oh, Chippy's Chip Shop Curry.
Don't know what they taste like. Thought I'd give it a go.
Sounds disgusting, but we'll give it a. I haven't had crisps for a long time. I've managed to give up crisps as an ordinary everyday, munchy. Oh, they're like chipsticks.
Oh, they're quite nice.
Oh, there's a great whiff of. Here we go.
They're
this
not
is
strong.
Not strong.
No.
Oh, that's a shame.
They're just right.
Oh, actually.
They're nice.
Yeah. We should have had a bowl. We could have munched these.
Bowl for your nuts.
Well, they're chips. Don't need a bowl for my nuts, thank you. What are you on about? I don't know. Can't get the quality of the guests,
No,
can you?
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these are quite nice. So, who makes these? Golden Wonder?
I've known from Golden Wonder for years.
Yeah, Golden Wonder used to be the number ones, weren't they? They used to do. What was that Golden Wonder?
Were they the ones that did the salt in the packet?
Smiths.
No, Smiths. That's it.
Smiths, didn't they?
Yeah.
You had to...
I remember everyone used to do that back in the 80s.
Yeah, that was very clever because basically they made you do the work.
Yeah.
They couldn't be bothered to put the salt on the crisps, so they said, oh, in a little blue packet. Probably more work for them.
Yeah, I know.
Put it in
a bit
a
of
packet.
salt. I know.
They're quite nice.
I like them.
Quite nice. I recommend those.
There you go.
What's the fat content of that?
Yeah.
Probably quite high, but
Okay.
anyway, so very nice. We're munching more of
Per
those.
100 grams, 27.9 grams of fat.
I remember watching a video once of somebody with a bunch of crisps, and he lit a match over them or a lighter,
See the fat, yeah.
and it all just dripped
Yeah.
into this, and they said that's what you're eating when you're eating crisps. That wasn't what put me off, actually. I can't remember what put me off.
Got quite a lot of salt, haven't they, normally?
Salt and fat, yeah. It's not. I mean, crisps are really just not good for you.
No, I know. You shouldn't overdo it.
But little and not.
Yes.
No, not little and often. It's what's the word? In moderation. There we go. Everything
This
in
is
moderation.
a little treat.
Yes, and it's
It's a little treat.
we're all good with a little treat. I do apologise, by the way, for finding the show and people not
what
finding the
happened
show. Am I right in thinking that this has gone on my personal channel and not on the Vobes Show channel? That might explain why a number of interesting people have discovered the show because it's not on the Vobes Show, which is that's
strange.
curious. So yeah, do apologise for that. There was no excuse other than it just went live on the wrong channel. Could happen to anybody.
Yeah,
Pickled onion crisps. Have you tried those? They're quite nice.
I have done.
What's your favourite bag of crisps? Be interested to know about that. Kushti Phil says, I grew up on a dairy farm. Wow. We used to have cowpat fights. You're joking. Cowpat fights. When the sun dries them out a bit, we played frisbees before frisbees were invented. I can't believe that they dry out. I mean, in this weather, yeah, they must do. Although they must be few and far between in this weather because there's no grass for the cows to actually eat
to even turn into it.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Yes, says
Yeah,
Mark
it
English.
says it's not gone on.
It has gone on the. I do apologise for anyone who's trying to watch. But we've got about 34 odd people watching, so that's quite great, and loads of people contributing. Maybe I'll have to go on my personal channel more frequently. Andrew Graham says, beautiful location for watching the show tonight, sitting by the River Severn, by the cathedral, waiting for the full moon.
You're a werewolf.
I know where you are. I know where you are then if you're down there by the cathedral. You're not talking about the Abbey and Abbey Foregate. You're talking about the fairly modern 19th century cathedral, aren't you? That if you look across, you should probably see the school, the whatever it's called. When you say wait a minute, you're saying you're by the River Severn. It depends which town you're in, isn't it? I was thinking you're in Shrewsbury. I don't know why. Maya says off topic, but have you seen the new Mamma Mia film? Is there another one?
No, I haven't.
Is there another one?
Unfortunately, I don't go to the cinema much because I fall asleep straight away.
Oh, do you? What was the first Mamma Mia film? Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia 1.
Mamma Mia 1. Is this?
This is Mamma Mia 2.
Oh, there is another one. Oh, Worcester sauce is my favourite crisp.
Oh, yeah, that's got a bit of a kick though, isn't it?
Judith likes Marmite crisps.
Oh, I like Marmite.
Ian Beddoes is suggesting black pudding crisps.
Oh, I don't know.
Ah, lad, I just have a black pudding crisp for me.
That's a bit hard.
Bloody crisps. Oh, heck.
Oh.
Yes, like vegetable crisps, not so salty. I never could get into those vegetable crisps.
I quite like them. I like the beetroot ones. They're quite nice. Ribbon saucy. Knickknacks.
Oh, right. Andrew Graham is in Worcester. I beg your pardon. I don't know why.
With the giraffes.
I thought you were... yes, of course, you did mention...
He's got a giraffe next to him.
Next to the
river.
That, yeah. Maggie Walter says, Tyrrell crisps made here in Herefordshire are my favourite. They have lots of wonderful flavours. Tyrrell crisps are delicious. Bit expensive, but they are
expensive. Bag of air, unfortunately.
Bag of air?
Yeah, bag of air.
Russell McDonald Bell, hello! He has arrived. Matthew Daly. Steve Pulford says, scampi fries.
Scampi fries.
I don't like fish, so I couldn't possibly... I don't even like those prawn cocktails. Who has prawn cocktails in real... That's like a very 80s thing, isn't it?
70s and 80s.
70s and 80s. Russell McDonald Bell says has finally made it to one. That's very good. Mr. Snugget, he likes veg crisps. Make them at home. Well, of course, he makes everything at home, which is great. So that's all good. I think it's time to go and have a look at what's going on in the group now, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm on my own personal channel, which was a bit of a mistake, I should just say, normally this goes out Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, this show, 8 o'clock on the Vobes show. Check out on Facebook for the Vobes show. And then this show goes out live. We sometimes have guests, sometimes it's on my own. But, you know, we try to do crazy things from time to time. So do check that out. I think to get notified, you have to like the page. And then you should get notified.
Yeah, I think it is.
So normally it's on the Vogue show. Bit of an accident today, but it seems a fortuitous one. Now, we also have something called the Bald Explorer, which is my other alter ego. The Bald Explorer goes around looking at nature, history and landscape. That's presumably how you found...
that's how I found it.
The old Vobes.
Yep.
And we have a group... So there's the Bald Explorer page, but there's also the Bald Explorer group, which is a closed group, but anyone can join. You just request and in you go. And people put in photographs and share all sorts of stuff, really, and have a good old natter with each other. It's a lovely community.
It's
There's
very
about
good.
860 of us. And every time I do the show, I pick out... Well, actually, the lovely Julia does this. She's an absolute star. She picks out some of the pictures that have just got her attention, and we highlight them in the Vogue show. So that's what we're going to do now. We're just going to go in and have a look at our little gallery and see...
we need some music.
We do need the music.
Well done.
And we need to get ready for the dance that goes with the music.
New dance or the old dance?
It's the same old dance. Nothing changes on this. And it goes something like this. And remember, you can do this at home. Do that dance. It's absolutely fantastic. So in the gallery today, we have this first lovely view of somewhere. I'll tell you where it is. This is Elaine Brazier. Wonderful view of Cornwall. And look at all that lovely heather. Is that heather, that purple stuff? Or is that...
Who's she?
Who? Heather?
Heather.
She's a small girl with...
she's just a camouflage there. We can't see her now.
Midget legs.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a beautiful picture. Thank you very much for putting up that.
Oh, I recognise this.
Now then, here we go. This is the Emily Champion who's been busily putting photographs. Well, you can tell us where this is.
Well, this is at the Burling Gap.
Yes.
Seven Sisters. The National Trust place is just to the right of that picture. And I went up there just to have a mooch about.
As you do.
As you do. And I went into the visitor centre, and there was one exhibit that I came across. It was about a gentleman called Mr. Thomas Fletcher, who was a customs and excise officer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when he lived. I'll have to find out. But basically, his job was to try and stop smugglers coming in off from the sea, because it's
a perfect landing spot, isn't it? You've got the River Cuckmere that goes up, and you could just bring your boats in at the dead of night and no one would know.
And what he used to do is at night he couldn't always see the edge of the cliff, so where he walked, he'd put pieces of chalk down to show in the moonlight where he's been walking. Well, anyway, he used to do that quite a lot. The smugglers found out, and they moved his pieces of chalk one night. They went up onto the cliffs. He then followed his pieces of chalk.
Oh, no.
I know. And he got too close to the edge, and the cliff kind of, broke up. He was able to hold on, though, to the edge of the cliff, and he was screaming for help.
Help!
And apparently
Help!
the smugglers were the only ones who knew he was there, and they went over to him and trod on his fingers.
Oh,
so
charms.
that he went off. Yeah.
Blimey.
And he's buried in Friston Church, which I then went to see if I could find his grave. And I looked everywhere, I couldn't see it. So I
wonder how that story came about, because if only the smugglers knew that they'd trodden his toes.
Well, I think they ultimately found out. But on this guy's deathbed, the one who trod on his fingers, he felt very guilty, and he confessed. He confessed. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's how they found out.
What a sad tale that is.
That's
awful.
just disgusting.
Anyway,
sorry. Anyway, bring it back up.
Bring it back up. Judith Oakley, here we go. Judith Oakley's been bringing it back up for us, which is handy. And she's been to Brighton Marina in the morning the day before yesterday. So well done to her. And that is a bit of Brighton Marina and all the houses looking down on there. Haven't been to Brighton Marina for a long time, actually, but it is quite nice. The lovely Julia and I went to Enchanted Horsham yesterday. This is one of Julia's photographs. This is Princess the Unicorn at the Enchanted Horsham, which is on this weekend. It's on this evening, it's on tomorrow and Sunday. So if you're in the area, go and check it out. We went to the press thing. I've made a video about it with the lovely Julia, and it's on the Bald Explorer group page. And on the Bald Explorer page, there's a little run around the press night. Unfortunately, a lot of the rides and the events weren't running, so there wasn't actually much to see to promote the event, which was a bit of a shame, seeing as that was what press night is supposed to be about. But there we go. But we did manage to get some pictures, and this is, as Julia has rightly said in her thing, this is one of them. So thanks, Julia, for plonking that one out. More in the gallery, we have Linda Kane has been to Rushington. Always have the most amazing. Oh, apparently Rushington always have the most amazing floral displays, and this one, she says, is World War I memorial now. And there we can see the soldier, the Tommy soldier there in the picture, created in 2014 for the centenary. So that's very nice, colourful flags. And if it was, couldn't do it this time because no doubt there was no water and they probably all fizzled away.
Probably all dead now.
Although we did have a bit of rain. Matthew Holdsworth is watering the few things yesterday that were actually alive in his allotment. He's witnessed the gorgeous sunset and the moon rising. Look at that lovely skyline.
Very colourful, isn't it?
It's lovely. Very nice. And I did ask Matthew, I don't know whether he responded or I just didn't see it. We've done Julia's a kitchen garden. We've been to Richard Suggett's allotment. Maybe we should visit your allotment and have a little run through and see what you're growing. How are your runner beans, mate?
How are your peas?
Yes, having a nice pea. Terry Wood is a Lavant Cornish beam engine in steam. Presumably housed within that building is what we're seeing. A very interesting place. And all makes sense after a guided tour of the site. So if you go there, make sure you get the guided tour. Thanks, Terry. That's all good. Here, hang on.
I like this picture.
This is a nice picture, but
very moody.
I need to just make an adjustment here. This is Tom. Hold on, Tom. Hang on a minute. I just make a little adjustment so that people can actually see it. There we go. Where is this then? This is this is Burling Gap near where you. Did you see him doing this?
Yeah, I saw him down at the bottom.
And you chose to ignore him?
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. But he takes some very interesting and lovely
very
pictures.
Moody.
It's very moody, that is. Yeah.
Moody.
Mood. What a mood that's put me in. Finally, in our little trip round the Bald Explorer group pictures, we have the lovely Wendy Wakelin posting the ride fares at Enchanted Horsham. She saw in the video that we looked at some of them and she knew that the ones that were there were owned by the Harris family, who are based in West Sussex. Lovely bunch of people, she says, and they come to some of the events that they attend with Victoria the steam engine. And I guess there it is. That's the galloping horses that we saw all covered up in our video yesterday when we were...
They've been unleashed.
unleashed. So that's very nice. So thank you very much for posting that. Do, if you're not a member of the group, go and check out the Board Explorer page and then join the group, which would be great. How are we doing for time? We're nearly out of time.
Oh my goodness, and we've not even... What?
Wait, yeah, no, we've got to we can squeeze it in. Okay. So that was that, ladies and gentlemen, because a number of people have complained to say we've gone to the wrong place.
Oh dear,
sorry about that.
It's my fault, blame me.
But anyway, so what have we got next?
Right, okay. Right.
Well, we talked about... yes.
Yeah, let's do the old postcard.
Do the postcard.
Right.
We, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who watch regularly, we do invite you to send a postcard so you can have it displayed on the special postcard board behind us. It's always curious to know where you've been or what you've been up to, and a little physical representation using the old-fashioned postage system, whilst you've still got it, is great. So,
horse and cart bought it.
What have we got there?
Okay.
Then?
Just a picture of Berlin Gap. So I got a nice little postcard.
Oh, that is a nice postcard.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've just put on there. It's from me.
If you tilt it, can you tilt it down a bit? There we go.
There we go.
Marvellous.
From me on the live show. There you go.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Look at that. Signed and sealed.
Yeah. So we're going to pin it up.
You're going to pin it up. Yeah, that's great. Be careful when you pin, because those boards... Actually, we're changing those boards. Nigel Sadler got us a new board, slightly bigger board. We've got to transpose all the postcard to a bigger board, which will be great. Oh. So, yeah, here she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Go. Are you ready? This is the pinning the tail on the donkey music.
Oh, nearly missed my seat.
Yeah, it can easily happen here, you know. Anyway, so...
never mind.
Well done, thank you for that. It's very nice of you to bring a postcard. So we are running out of time, so we're just going to rush through the next few items. So
right.
What's...
so,
yes.
I've got a book here.
Got a book?
Yeah. Picked it up today in the National Trust.
The Kitchen Garden.
The second-hand bookshop there. I just had a look through and I thought, oh, look, Julia will like this.
Oh, yes.
It's a historical guide to traditional crops.
Oh, right.
So it's all to do with kitchen garden. It gives you a little history of all the crops that are grown in this country, where they came from, who brought them to this country, etc., etc. And
you've got a little sample there you're going to read out.
Which I lost because I took the postcard.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
There we go. Rocket.
But it's quite funny because it's all in... well, it references old language, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So what have you got there?
So for the reference to rocket,
which
is a salad.
Yes, it's peppery,
very strong. It says here, 16th century herbalist states that men say that whoso taketh the seed of rocket before he be beaten or whipped shall be hardened, that he shall easily endure the pain.
So what you're saying is if you have the seed of rocket before you're whipped and beaten...
You won't feel it.
You won't feel a thing.
Right.
Is that because it gets stuck between your teeth and you're going...
you're fighting it out.
You're fighting all that and someone's doing this and you just don't notice because you're so busy going, hang on a minute, wait, I'm ready for you.
It's like too late, you've been whipped.
You've done it.
Had 1,000 lashes there.
Yeah, well, that does sound like a bit of old nonsense, but it's a little bit of info. Yeah. Thank you very much for that.
There we go.
That's
so
very
book
kind.
Of that.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So, now on to the bit that I'm quite interested in, and I'm sure the lovely Julie will be interested in this bit.
Strawberry flavour and cream fudge.
Fudge.
Now, we tried fudge before. It was lavender fudge, and it just tasted like sugar.
It was just
sugar
almost
cubes.
Neat Demerara sugar, wasn't it?
Not, it was not. I didn't like it.
It wasn't fudge.
It wasn't fudge. It just tasted like sugar.
Yeah, it was sugar that had not actually turned into fudge.
So this comes from Paynes Southdown Bee Farms, which is in West Sussex, in Hassocks.
Oh, Hassocks, yes, Hassocks near Burgess Hill.
They make it there.
Oh, that's marvellous.
So let's try it.
Thank you very much. Hello to Colin Charles Cox, who's just joined. That's very nice. Gary Baines. Hello, Gary. I thought so. Loved the film. Not quite sure what film you're talking about.
There you go.
Here we go. Oh, look. Now, this is tinged. This one is tinged with a little bit of red. This, I have to say, is not moist, like the earlier stuff that we were trying. If you've just joined us, you've missed out. What?
It does feel moist.
Does it?
Yeah. Is yours not moist?
Well, it's not that moist.
Look,
not as moist.
Look, I've got a moisture film.
You've got a sheen.
It's got a film on it.
It's got a sheen, hasn't it? It's a certain sort of sheen. But
a sweaty film.
Okay. On that note, let's see if the sweaty film on this moist cube of sugar is as nice as we think it might be.
Do we lick it?
I'm going to smell. Yeah, it does smell like fudge.
Yeah, it does.
That smells good. I'm just going.
That's moist.
Oh, that's more like fudge.
Yeah, Julia, moist.
That is good. That is tasty.
That's much better than that other took we had.
And there is a strawberry flavouring to that, whether it's real strawberries or not. I suppose it's supposed to be.
It says here the colouring is beetroot extract.
Yeah, for strawberries.
Yeah, for the strawberry thing.
Would it be impolite to have another one? Am I pushing my luck?
We're all stuck. There you go.
Oh, look at that. Last time we only wanted the one. You see.
No, I know. It was awful, the other one.
What was it? This is
nice.
They remind me of something. A bit like licorice all sorts. You know, licorice all sorts. They have different colours.
The little cube, yes.
The
little layers of colour.
It doesn't taste anything like licorice all sorts.
No.
It doesn't taste like what's that? What is it that they use? Licorice and marzipan, is it? Some sort of marzipan-y fish.
I don't like marzipan. I don't do marzipan.
No, that's very. Trouble is, that's very Moorish, isn't it? You buy that. You don't put
chewing it.
You don't put the packet away. You just gobble it all.
No, that's nice. Yeah. They had other flavours as well, but I thought I'd try that one.
Yeah, very good. John Berger says, sweaty film sounds like you're talking about a porn film there. Vobes, cheeky devil. Oh, well, you're the one who's thinking that.
Yes, we just said the word moist. We're just using a descriptive word.
Descriptive terms. Beetroot, the devil's food, says Terence. The devil.
Work of the devil. Right.
Nope, I think that's really nice. Delish. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into the last... Well, we're over time now.
Oh, sorry, guys.
But that's okay.
I'm sure you won't complain.
No. So, on our last part of the show, ladies and gentlemen, the last few minutes, what has Emily Champion brought down for the Vobes to try now?
So last time I bought loads of stuff from Mayfield Lavender.
Oh God, we were lavendered out.
Yeah, we were lavendered out. But when I went there again the other day,
you like it there, don't you?
Well, it was just because it was local. It was just easy to get to.
Yeah. It's just an excuse.
Yeah, just a good excuse.
So so you've got something there. What is
and
it?
I mentioned last time there was some lavender liqueur.
Oh.
And I thought, I'm going to get it.
And I noticed that
I've had a bit.
You've had a bit already. So it's a liqueur. And we got these very nice, tiny little glasses. Look at that. That look like
been stolen from a pub.
Yeah, they look like the old-fashioned pint glasses,
yeah, they do,
don't they?
I love it.
And they've been miniaturised.
Yeah.
Actually, you know,
this is for a little dwarf.
If I do that, it looks a bit bigger. But actually, when I bring that up to my face, it's a lot smaller. But this is the bit I'm looking forward to. A little bit of a liqueur for the end of the show. Bear in mind, I've got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and then whiz off and... Oh, wow.
Can you smell it?
Yeah, but it's kind of got a medicinal smell, isn't it?
It's nice, though.
It's like going to the dentist.
It's nice.
Is it? Now, there is a lovely purple hue to that. I don't know if you can see that.
Nice.
Purple hue.
Who's he?
He's a good mate of Hugh Hefner.
He's dead, though.
Yeah, well, he's not much of a mate now. It's a lock-in,
It is a lock-in, a lockdown.
It is a Lego lock-in, right. So... Cheers. Thank you so much for coming onto the show and bringing all the goodies. I didn't have to think about this show whatsoever, which was fantastic. If you want to be a guest,
turns up.
If you want to be a guest on the show and you've got some ideas of things to do, then that's great. It may be that we don't have time to do the cream thing.
Oh, what a shame.
Oh dear. Maybe we could do it next time. But I'm going to try this first of all.
Looks like paraffin.
It does look like paraffin. It doesn't taste like paraffin.
It's nice.
I have tasted paraffin when I used to do my fire eating. No, I did. And I used to spit it out and ignite it. Well, that's that taste. You know, what are those purple little circular sweets?
Oh, the Parma Violet things.
Parma Violets.
Yeah, it does.
It tastes like that, but it's got an alcoholic kick to it. That's what they taste like.
This is good.
So that's really cool. Well, there you are.
It's nice, isn't it?
That is delish.
I didn't think I was going to like it, but when I tried
couldn't drink too much though. I couldn't. I couldn't
enough.
sit there and knock
nice
it down.
Warm
Yeah.
now. That's good.
Well, I better give you that because they're yours.
Oh look, we've got people still joining.
People still
Still joining.
Yes. Ali has joined.
Am I setting this thing up?
Are you?
Yeah, go on.
I was hoping that because we'd overrun, we weren't going to get to the...
It's trying to keep me talking, you see.
Yes, that's right. This is the plan. I didn't want to get another face, or not I say another face. A face full of cream. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end on pie face. This is like Russian roulette with cream. So we're going to do this. It might be a bit longer than we normally do. I'm just going to gobble some of this.
Sorry, guys. Talk amongst yourselves.
Now, pie face, I've said this already, is like Russian roulette. Sorry, I can't do this with my mouth full.
What, eating? Don't eat with your mouth full, will you?
No. So, this is a game of chance. There is no skill in this game as such, but there is jeopardy. That was the word I was looking for. There is jeopardy, because this contraption, which you're seeing erected as we speak, is a very scary thing. Now, the last time we were here, as you can see, you put your face through this area, you turn the handle, and this hand is loaded with cream. And as you turn the handle a click, it may or may not spring up and splat you in the face with cream. And you basically go until it does. And you take turns.
Try and get the cream out.
I can't... Oh, this little device, if I remember rightly, tells you how many turns you've got to do.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that tough?
It's tough, that one. That was hard.
Luckily, there's not too much cream on there, so... Right, Andy Ash says, I think we should have some girl on girl... What? No, stop that.
No.
Andy Ash said he'll pay for that. There are places you can go to pay for that, not here. Maggie
not
Walters
for the here and the now.
Says, remember to remove your specs this time, Emily,
well,
just in case.
I was thinking of that, but then I really don't want too much cream in my eyes.
No, because
it's not going to be me, it's going to be him.
Yeah, it's going to be me this time. Now, by the way, I'm not a betting man, but if anybody, would like to bet on who is going to get the cream in the face, whoever wins those proceeds can, of course, donate those to the patron of Vobes.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, you can become a patron in order to help this show keep going and help the Bald Explorer do all the various interesting things. Just check out baldexplorer.com and you'll see how to become a patron on the front page. That's all you need to do. baldexplorer.com. So there we go, get that in. Right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, shall I bung a bit of background music on for this? We'll bung a bit of Reg Tilsley, I think. Excuse me.
Right.
So, here we go. Emily has whizzed the whizzer.
Oh, man, 5?
5. She's got to do 5 clicks right from the way-go.
No.
So
no, this is going to backfire already. Don't even why am I doing it? I went first last time.
Oh, well, you did 5.
Maybe you should go first this time. Right, here we go. Don't even laugh.
I'm not laughing.
I don't even want to look.
I'm not looking.
I can't even turn it. Oh, it's that way. 1.
2 on the second click, ladies and gentlemen. How about that?
Why? Why?
And I'm just watching.
There's no other word but why.
I'm just watching the rerun here.
Life is so cruel.
There it goes, straight into. It's so cruel. It's fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I've escaped yet again. Oh, how marvellous. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute hoot. We've run over by 8 minutes, which is terrible. Don't forget, the show will normally be on The Vobes Show Facebook page. Check that out, The Vobes Show. Go and like the page. Do it now. Go and like the page. Then on the Tuesday will be the next show. Normally it's Monday, Wednesday and Friday.
I can't even see.
She can't see. I have no sympathy at all. She brought the thing back after the last
because
time.
It was supposed to be you. I should have gone with my gut and passed it over, shouldn't I?
I won't be here Monday because I've got to do an errand of mercy and pick up my son from Luton Airport. But the Monday show will be on Tuesday. There'll be a show Wednesday and Friday. Although I'm doing some work I'm doing some corporate work, but I'll tell you all about that on Tuesday. So there we are. The next show's on Tuesday. Thank you so much from Emily and I. Thank you so much for coming, Emily. It's been absolutely fantastic.
I'm still here.
She's still there.
I'm still here, just full of cream.
When you hear this music, it means we gotta go. Oh, what a shame. I've escaped yet again. So, until the next time, we'll see you on Tuesday evening. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your summer holidays until I'm back. From Emily and I, thank you so much for coming in. Cream face, we now call her. The lovely cream face. Until the next time, take care one and all. Have fun, enjoy yourselves. It's been lovely to see you. From us. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!